is Marissa, and I've created this survey called How Converted Are You? This survey assesses the strengths of your current belief systems and allows you to see how easily you're basically swayed or how unpersuaded you can be. It also sees if your beliefs are rational or if they're pre-rational. And each one of these questions is relating somehow to the lecture discussed in David Lane's course of religious diversity. Now, the reason why I created this survey is because I was really confused by the class. I didn't understand things completely. It was a completely different perspective, and it was just something new, something different that I've never experienced in a course before. And it left me really, really confused. And I was wondering, are people as confused as I am, or am I alone here by myself? So I created this survey to determine if people other than myself were confused in this course or by any religious event. And just basically, it assesses you in the beginning and at the end about how persuasive you are from that certain event. And I also was inspired where he assessed different students on their different mood levels throughout the day. You take one survey every hour for about 5 days to guess like your circadian rhythms of high and low energy, to see where you are on that spectrum. And somehow I converted it to be this survey. So let's just talk about the different questions that are on this. Each one of these questions relate somehow to the lecture that was from the course. The first, it assesses how strong I am in my beliefs before this semester. And this is basically talking about how much rationality you use to gather that belief system. Was the meme theory played out in this? Did you learn how strong you were in these beliefs because of your parents or because of the culture you grew up in? And the second question is also related because it assesses before the semester and after the semester, just to find out how swayed you were by the course or by the religious event, or if it possibly helped you grow stronger. And for me, it made me really confused, but for other people, it might have strengthened their beliefs, which relates to this question over here. Have you grown in your faith? For me, I didn't really have much a growing factor because I was mainly questioning the different types of religions that are out there. But for other people, it might have had a different effect, where instead of taking everything in and trying to see what to do with all this material that's given to us in Dr. David Lane's class, they might have said, well, some of the things that he's saying clearly isn't true, and what I'm going to do is research my own faith to confirm these different doubts, which is something amazing, which is something that I should have done, and will hopefully continue to pursue after this course. But right now I'm in a confusion phase and a converted phase. Other questions that are here are, I am confused about my stance on religion. So this is already assessing if you have already been confused or are already questioning your faith. By coming into this course, it really challenges you. It might either sway you towards a certain religion or sway you against all of them, where you don't even maybe look at religion anymore, and you might have more of a scientific belief towards this. I think it's one of the things that David expressed in class about how he really wanted to make people confused, and yeah, I think that I was extremely just trying to reassess the other belief systems, and I was just curious if other people were just as confused as I was. Another question that's on it is, do I use rationality to analyze my beliefs? Now this talks about the pre-rational and rationality discussed in the course. If you look at things using evidence, or if you just take it for what it is and just believe and not question things. And 7, I use emotions to appeal to my beliefs. So this determines if you use more logic or if you use more emotions. Which one are you more persuaded by? And there can be a religion that's completely based on emotions. They really love you, they really care about you, they treat you nicely. Whereas it might not have any logical evidence behind supporting their religion, but it's the people that carry out this religion, what makes it so popular. And this is where this question might play a huge role in. And then the last question is, I have grown up with these beliefs. This is playing out the meme theory, where you're born into this family and they have a certain culture which believes in a certain religion, and because of that, you've been brought up with that religion. That's played a huge role in your life, and that's how the meme theory is involved with this question. It shows how popular these ideas were, and if you ended up building your life around this religion by growing up with it. So this is a little bit about the conversion theory. These are my results. And these are my results, the before and after. Before the course, I was already confused. So coming into this course, it was really, really challenging because I needed someone to really push me to find out what belief system I have, whether I was going to try searching for in my own religion or search other religions, or maybe look at it with a scientific approach. So I was already confused since freshman year of college. And then kind of going up to a larger state of confusion. But after this course, I can fully say that I am extremely confused, kind of converted. I don't know what's going on. And that sometimes can be a good or bad thing, depending on what I do with this. But that just shows how strong something can affect another person. How converted are you? And it looks like that I'm in a confused state of mind, and that I somewhat maybe am becoming converted to something. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.